Welcome all. This is the first video of linked list, right, under data structures, right. Today I'm going to show you how to implement a linked list using Java, right. You can see here there are mainly three types of linked list, right, singly, cyclic and doubly. A list consists of two main links or references, right. A link pointing to the first node of the list is called head, and a link pointing to the last node of the list is called tail. You can see here this is the appearance of a linked list. Actually this is a single linked list, right. You can see here head reference and here a tail reference, right. So let me show you how to implement this task using Java, right. Let me take an example to explain you the concept, right. Suppose we have to create a linked list for the bookshop, right. We know a bookshop consists of thousands of books, and it is important to store some details of each and every book, right. Suppose a book contains a name, an author, and a price, right. Okay, this is a node. According to our example, so this is a book, right. This is a node, and there are two parts of each and every node, right. This is the data part, and this is the next reference part. Okay, the purpose of this data part is to store the details of a node, right. Now, according to our example, name, author, and price, right. The purpose of this next part is to store the memory address of the next node, right. Now I'm going to show you how to implement a node class using Java. Now I am creating a class. Okay, let me say it. Okay. As I mentioned previously, there are three attributes: name, author, and a price. Right. Let's insert them. Okay. Public string name, then public string author, and finally public double price. Okay, now I need to create a constructor. Eclipse already has a characteristic. It can generate constructor itself. I'm using that characteristic. Okay, you can see here this is our constructor, and pass three parameters: name, author, and price. And additionally we need the next reference type node. Okay, node next, and at the beginning set it to the null. Next equal to null. Okay, so save it. This is I have created our node class. Now I'm going to explain about the link list class, right. We have another class. Let me say linked list. Okay, I will explain you. Okay, at the beginning there are no any node, means we have an empty list, right. So there are two references I mentioned previously, head and tails. These two references are said to be null at the beginning, right. Suppose when we add the first node to the list, or according to our example it is a first book, right, then what we have to do is we have to create two links, right. This is our first node, right? The first link is like this. We have to set head, and then we have to make a link like this. The idea is to set both references head and tail to the added node. So let me show you how to do this. Now I am going to create another class. Let me say it linked list. Don't be confused about this name, because Java already has a class called linked list, inbuilt class, but here we do not need to use that class. Instead, we create our own class, right? As I mentioned previously, we need two references, head and tail. The type of those references are node, head, and tail. Okay, now I'm going to generate the constructor, same as previous. Here also we do not need super keyword, and also we do not need any parameters, right? Only thing, the head and tail references set to none. Okay, save it. Now I'm going to show you how to create a add function, or you can use any other name according to your necessarily. I will call it as create, right? Public void create. Here we should pass about 3 parameters, right? Name, price, and author. Okay, I am passing those 3 parameters. After that, I need a node, right? So I'm going to create a new node here. Node, let's say new node equal to new node. Then here again we have to pass about 3 parameters. Here we do not need variable type. Okay, now we have a node, right? So okay, let me show you. Suppose now we are going to create these 2 links. I will show you how to create the 2 links, right? If head is equal to null, it means the list is empty. Equal to null, what we have to do is, I would say link both head and tail to the new node. Head equal to this dot tail equal to okay. Else mean, okay, let me show you. Suppose now we are going to add another book, right? So this is our second book, right? In this case we have to make another 2 links, right? First create a link to the new book like this, then break this link and set the tail reference to the newly added node, because the tail reference is always linked to the last node, right? Then I will show you how to implement this in the else part. else, okay, this dot head dot next equal to new node, then the second link is this dot tail equal to new node, right? You can see here this dot tail dot next equal to new node, then this dot tail equal to new node. It means the first link here, this dot tail dot next, that is this link, is equal to new node, right? Then this dot tail mean this tail is equal to new node. So it means I have created this link. Okay, now we have created a create function. So I'm going to implement a print method here, right? Public void, let's say print. Okay, we do not need to pass any parameters here, right? Additionally, we need some temporary reference, right? First I will create and then I will explain, right? Node temp equal to this dot head, right? It means now we have another new reference, right? Temp, right? And it is linking to this head node, right? Then you can access all the data of the head node by using these temp reference, right? Okay, let me show you. Now we need a while condition. I will explain about this while condition. Condition is temp not equal to null, right? We have to print 3 data lines, right? First one is name of the book, right? As I told previously, we can access name of the book of the head node using temp, right? You can see here. I will add another 2 lines to print the author, an author and the price, right? I will change it as author and this is price. Okay, also change this author and price, right? So the first iteration we can print the details of the head node. Then what should we do if we want to print the second node, right? Okay, let me show you, right? We have to do one thing. We have to move this temp reference to next node, right? After print the details of this node, we have to break this link and make a link like this and so on, right? I will show you how to do that. Simply you can add another simple line, temp equal to temp dot next, right? Also we can add here a new line, then we can clearly identify all the details of each and every book, right? Save it. Now I have created my print method. Finally I'm going to create a driver class to implement or to run the program, right? Let's say driver, and here we need the main function. Okay, right? Now I'm going to access the functions that we created previously, right? So to accomplish that task we need a object of linked list class. Right now I'm going to create a object of linked list class. Linked list, let's say list equal to new linked list. Right now we have a object. So now I'm going to call this create function. Right here you can see inside the linked list class we have a create function and we have a print function here. Right, first of all I will call the create function. Right, list dot, you can see here create, let me use some name, book 1, and also here I would say author 1 and price, let's say 500. And okay, now we are going to see whether the program is working or not. Right, list dot print, I would like to call the print method here. Okay, now we are going to run the program. Okay, side, or so right hand side you can see the details of the first book. Right, name book 1, author 1 and price 500. Okay, let me add another book to our list. Right, get 2 books, let's say book 2 and author 2, book 3 and author 3, and let me change the price 450 and 900. Okay, let me run the program. Yep, you can see here the program is working correctly. Book 1, book 2, book 3. Likewise, you can add more books, right, according to your necessarily. Right, the next couple of videos I will show you how to add a book, how to insert a book at the beginning or at the end, or a given position of existing list. Right, thank you for watching. Okay, bye.